Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome back to Rise and Inspire LA with your girl Naraya Ahava. If it's your first time here, thank you for finding my channel. Welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Welcome back. So let's hop right into today's video. So, as you saw, the topic of today's video is try to see the good in people or not. So, hear me out. There are a couple of popular sayings that I'm sure all of us have heard at some time or another. The first one is by our sister Maya Angelou, where she said that when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Sometimes we have a tendency to want someone to be something or someone other than what they present to us. But on the flip side, I want to offer another perspective on that saying because a lot of times we tend to gravitate mentally to negative traits when we hear that. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. We then, so it's like obviously, sure, if someone shows you that they are a liar or they're a thief or something negative, of course, absolutely believe that the first time. But on the flip side, if someone shows you that they're reliable, if someone shows you that they have your back, if someone shows you that they have your best interests at heart, that they're trustworthy, these are things as well to be like, believe them the first time. It's like, okay, I'm going off of what you're showing me. You're showing me that you have these good things. You look out for me. I can depend on you. Things like that. Absolutely. Those would also fall into the category of, believe someone when they show you who they are the first time. Um, and of course, these things take time. I'm not talking about someone that you met last week at the gym and you're like, oh, she's such a good person. No, it takes time to truly see, how someone moves, how they operate, how they'll interact with you. But yeah, a lot of times when we hear that term, we automatically think the negative traits. But that also applies to positive traits. Allow someone to um, show you that who they are, and even if that's positive, then that's great for you. You know what I mean? If they have good qualities, positive qualities, that is a great thing. So believe that as well, not just the negative things. um, and there's another saying that we hear that says always try to see the good in people. Here's the thing though. If I have to put forth a huge amount of effort to see the good in you, what does that mean? That probably means that what you are presenting to me is not good. You're not presenting good traits. You're not presenting to me a good person. You're not presenting to me good qualities that would make me look at you as a good person. So why should I try to see the good in you? That doesn't quite make any sense. It's kind of like a lot of time when we are invested in a person, and it can be a family member, it can be a long friendship that you've had, definitely a romantic relationship, we tend to we look past sometimes a lot of things um, that may be hurtful, that may be disrespectful, that what just doesn't sit right in our spirit about someone, and we try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and we try to look past things because why? We're told to try to see the good in people. F that. Because at the end of the day, it should not be a treasure hunt for you to see the good in another person. If it's like that, if it's literally like you are ripping your hair out about this person, your peace of mind is destroyed, you are all types of stressed and irritated and aggravated, but you keep that person around simply because you are trying to see the good in them, you're trying to give the benefit of the doubt, like how is that working out for you? A lot of the times we're that's just kind of so ingrained in us that we don't recognize that sometimes when we are giving extending grace to someone, it's actually to our own detriment, because depending on the dynamic of the relationship you have with that person, a lot of times we keep people around, or even we keep ourselves in situations long past its expiration date, and then we're wondering why are things out of whack? Why do I feel out of whack? And at the end of the day, all we really have to do is just kind of listen to ourselves. You know when you are off, as far as when you are disturbed in some way, whether it be emotionally, um, mentally, when you just feel like something is disturbing me, something is bothering me, you know it and you feel it. And in a lot of cases, it happens when we allow other people to be in our lives and they're not showing up according to what we say, how we say a person needs to show up to be in our life and to stay in our life. We'll have people there that aren't showing up like that, that are crossing boundaries, that are disrespecting us, to whatever disrespect looks like for you, and we keep them around. Why? Because they did something nice for you 3 weeks ago. Like, we gotta do better. People have to show up. You have to decide. You set the bar. If someone's gonna be in your life as a friend, as a lover, as whatever, if they're going to have some level of a personal relationship with you, you have to set the bar. You have to set the standard of, okay, this is how I show up for people I love and for people that I care about. How do I want people to show up for me? And I understand that sometimes we are all human, we're all going to make mistakes. But if you have expressed something to someone because they did something that made you feel away, and that continues to happen, we're beyond trying to see the good in them. We're beyond giving the benefit of the doubt at that point. And this was hard for me to accept in the past, was sometimes you just have to accept that this is this person's character. I wish it was different. We can't go off of potential or how we in our mind have fantasized someone to be. We have to look at the cold, hard reality of the situation for what it is. We have to look at this person or people in your life, and sometimes we just have to accept that and say, this is this person's character. This is just who they are, and it's not going to change, or at least it's not going to change right now. And don't get into the habit of trying to change people. The only thing that you can do, your responsibility, if you're in relationship with someone, friendship, personal, whatever, it's your responsibility to communicate what your issues are, or what your boundaries are, or what you need, or what you're having an issue with. And then at that point, it's up to them, and they're going to make a decision on whether or not they're going to abide by that. And actions will always speak louder than words, because at the end of the day, the best apology is changed behavior. It's not just saying the words, I'm sorry. You can say I'm sorry all day long and keep doing the same thing. So you have to reach a point sometimes with certain situations where you have to say, okay, I can't, this isn't going to change. The situation isn't going to change. I can't, the whole see the good in this person, give them the benefit of the doubt. That has to run out. You have to have a certain point of grace, patience, communication, all of that. And then sometimes it's just having to accept this is what it is. And if this isn't working for me, because I am a fan of protecting my peace, and you should be too, and my peace of mind. And if someone is trying to come in and disturb that, they got to go. And that just is what it is. And be a good communicator. Of course, you don't just kick someone out of your life necessarily that you love without telling them what you did wrong. We're not, people aren't mind readers. But that whole see the good, and you're accepting a lot of things like in your inner self that you just shouldn't accept, you shouldn't deal with. Communicate that. And then sometimes people just gotta go. It is what it is. The sad truth of the reality is, probably, I would say most people that we're going to meet throughout our lifetime are going to be seasonal, unfortunately. And sometimes we want to hold on to situations, jobs, where we live, friends, other relationships. We want to hold on to some things once the season is over, and then we're wondering why we're not finding peace, or our peace is disturbed, or things are kind of going to the left. We have to be very, very in tune with ourselves and what we need to feel a sense of calm in the waters, a sense of peace, a sense of contentment, especially when it comes to how we interact with other people and how they interact with us, and recognize that when that is being disturbed, pinpoint it, and make adjustments as necessary. But yeah, I think that's all that I have for you all today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also share it with friends or family that you feel may find this type of content helpful or beneficial. In the meantime, stay happy, stay blessed, and I will see you guys next time.